My name is Marie Manuel, and I'm the Membership and Partnerships Manager at the Nonprofit Association of Oregon. NAO is proud to have over 1,100 nonprofit members representing Oregon's robust nonprofit sector. Today, I'm excited to spotlight the Black United Fund of Oregon, which is headquartered in Portland but serves communities all over the state. I am joined today by Dr. L.M. Alayo Foster, who is the CEO at the Black United Fund of Oregon.
Thank you for having me, Marie.
Absolutely. Well, tell us a bit about the Black United Fund of Oregon. Tell us about your mission and the communities you serve.
So the Black United Fund is a 37-year-old organization headquartered in Northeast Portland on 29th in Alberta. We are one of the only remaining Black institutions in that highly gentrified area. So it's very personal to us to be involved in our community. Our mission includes educational post-secondary option access, nonprofit mentorship and development using culturally specific curriculum, and community engagement and working with others to unify rather than divide.
With 2020 kind of behind us, and as we look forward into 2021, well, first of all, how is your organization doing overall? And I'm sure you've changed ways that you deliver your programs and services. But as another part of that question, how does it change kind of how you envision this year 2021 to look like?
Mandatory social distancing, mandatory, Zoom calling. No one can really connect in person. In such a service-oriented organization, I think at first everyone was like, oh my gosh, but honestly, it has been my vision since I took over in 2018 to really bring in forefront our services in a streamlined way. And I think that doing so, COVID has kind of forced us to be a year ahead of where I was. It's something that I wanted was to go digital. I wanted our scholarship writing workshops to be a digital platform to allow them to be available to more students. And so having to do this rapid turnaround of pivot, okay, what was once in person and took 4 hours is now online and takes 2 hours, has been amazing. I'm grateful to the community that supported us, the grantors that funded us so that we could purchase the equipment and the services we needed to make those pivots. But overall for the organization, I think it's been a healthy shift. I think it's been right in line with where strategically we were headed anyway. We're just a little bit ahead of ourselves now. And so we still have the learning curve because we didn't have the year to prepare ourselves in the same ways to get used to things. But I think overall it's been pretty good in terms of engagement. We're offering the workshops much more frequently because they're virtual. Overall, Buff is doing well. We're excited about the future. We are in the middle of so many different projects right now. It's just like sometimes, definitely excited about it and what we're doing.
All of these times, sometimes it comes with opportunities. And I know that that's also the case with Black United Fund, with you mentioning kind of expansion opportunities. So is that kind of an organizational milestone that you have, or is there another success story that you'd like to share?
We're working on our annual report. And so there's been so much in the last 2 years. We switched our fiscal operating year. So we're now a July 1 to June 30 rather than a calendar year, which just aligns better with our funders and our program partners. I do think getting everything virtual is a milestone for the organization. Yes, I do also see that going virtual has allowed us to expand our geographic reach. So we have moved from Oregon, Southwest Washington, up into Seattle so far. And equally as well, when you're digital, you can get speakers from around the globe. And so really just looking at who do we know personally, professionally, that we want to put in front of our kids to be the be the example of them in spaces that maybe they don't always see themselves. And so for BIPOC youth, it's a really strong tool to increase our Buff Talks, which is where we go to employers and we work with their Black or African American affinity groups so that students can see themselves in spaces. To be able to do that with such a broader scope of individuals in what has now become a comfortable and or approved format. And there's a lot more coming out of Buff.
Well, a lot of things down the pipeline. We can't wait for the big reveal. Well, with that kind of in mind, so how do we, your supporters, your funders, donors, how do we as a community support your work best?
Keep volunteering, keep showing us love. We just, refer people to our services, check on our website. Everything is growing and changing. Even as the website is new to you today than what it was a year ago, it will be newer in April because we're doing a complete overhaul. And so I just ask folks to stick with us and know that when we are silent, it is not because we are not engaging with our community. We are hard at work with our small team trying to produce the biggest possible outcomes and set tone and standard and still be that community leader. I am fortunate as a leader to have these women that I work with. We are all female staff right now. It's just amazing to have, this magical little cluster in the midst of, we can't talk to anybody, but we can all, our building is naturally socially distant, so we are actually still able to come together when we want to. It's beautiful. And we know that we do this for our community and our supporters, and we know that they have our back and we have theirs. And it's just, even when it's tough, we just remember why we do what we do. You can also support on our website, monetarily. We're also have volunteer opportunities. There's lots of ways to support Buff that don't involve money per se. I always want to let folks know no donation is too small and no task is too small. So contact us. We'll, find a way to use whatever you're offering.
Well, Dr. A, is there anything else that you'd like to share?
Stay tuned to Buff.
Yes, exactly. Big things coming. So.
Big things coming.